I'm Kirsty, and special guest from the past.
Hey all, today we'll be interviewing the one and only Leonardo Da Vinci. He came from the time called the Renaissance. Are you ready, Da Vinci?
Sure. Let's get this over with. Can I have the copy of questions? Here you go.
Let's get started. We'll start easy. When were you born?
April 5th, 1452, at the third hour of the night in Vinci.
When did you die?
May 2nd, 1519. That made me 67 if you can't do math.
Did you hold any professions?
I was a painter, sculptor, architect, musician, mathematician, engineer, inventor, anatomist, geologist, cartographer, botanist, and writer. I was quite the man.
Well, someone's modest.
No,
Any famous paintings?
no, not really. Just the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper.
Oh, well then. Where were you an apprentice at?
Verrocchio's workshop, the finest in Florence, and memories.
Did you invent anything?
I created the helicopter, the tank, centralized solar power, and an adding machine, and the double hull.
Impressive, since all those inventions are past your time. Were you religious?
That's my little secret. Some say I'm Christian, some say I'm not.
You're not going to disclose that info, are you? How did you find out so much about the human body?
By dissecting the body, I let people know by what I saw by drawing it.
What were your parents like?
I was a legitimate child, so my parents weren't married.
What is your full name?
Leonardo Da Vinci.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 17 half-brothers and sisters.
That would suck, since having one is sort of a pain.
How did you get so, intelligent?
I had access to scholarly texts and books owned by friends and family.
Were your parents divorced?
My parents were never married, and my father had many affairs.
What did your father do?
My father was a notary.
What did your mother do?
My mom did not have a job because women didn't really have jobs in the time.
Why did you write backwards?
Because I like to keep my notes private.
Oh, smart. Could you read them?
Yeah, I would, or I wouldn't do it.
Are you more famous now, or were you more famous back then?
Now, for certain.
Oh. Why is the Mona Lisa in France, not Italy, where it was created?
A king bought it before I died.
Did you have kids?
No, I didn't. I never really had never mind.
Oh, I see. No one special, huh?
Yeah, that.
Who did you work for?
I worked for the Duke of Milan for a while in Verrocchio.
How did you make your paintings so realistic?
I used perspective and proportion. Perspective is making paintings look 3D. Proportion is when you show a relationship between objects.
Going back to the dissecting bodies, where'd you get those bodies from?
A prison, but they were already dead, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Just checking that. And we have Callum Bryden on recorder, Beth Purden as host, Kirsty Bryden as narrator person, and Amy Purden as Leonardo da Vinci. Overall, Leonardo da Vinci was a very great man. He influenced our world from many aspects, including math, science, and art. In science, he discovered a lot about the human body that was not known before. In art, he painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. The Mona Lisa is now one of the most famous paintings in the world and is widely known. He also was one of the first artists to use perspective and proportion to make pictures look more realistic after the Middle Ages. In math, he made a lot of advances that have helped us today. Also, he made a lot of advances that were way ahead of his time and that have influenced us today and are still in use. He invented many things that are still used today, like the helicopter and a tank. This is why Leonardo da Vinci is one of the most famous Renaissance men and is very important today.